Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Jolene Mojica. I'm the head of trends and tours at Windowswear. Thanks for joining us on Windowswear Live. Let's take a look at this week's retail news. So we're going to go ahead and start with Gucci. So Gucci's last Chime Zine spotlights international women's-led movement, right? So Gucci's joined the upcoming Generational Equality Forum and also announced its Chime for Change campaign grantees for 2021. So, building on their commitment to support and promote gender equality through their Chime for Change campaign, which was launched in 2013 in collaboration with Beyonce and Salma Hayek, Salma Hayek, and Gucci. Gucci has released their latest issue of the Chime Zine on Tuesday. The latest iteration of the project focuses on women-led movements around the world, ranging from the women's strike in Poland to feminist art and a comic scene in Italy. So they are edited by community organizer and writer Adam Eli and art directed by Italian visual artist MP5. The Zine also includes essays, interviews, and artwork on topics which include the importance of visual symbols in the social movements, upholding the tradition of resistance in Egypt for a new generation, how women and marginalized groups powered Nigeria's #EndSARS movement, the need for global attention to the epidemic of femicide in Turkey, confronting the stigma around sexual violence, and the importance of preserving the history of the radical queer feminist sign culture of the 1990s and 2000s for the digital age. Now, limited print versions of the Zine will be available in the Gucci Garden in Florence, at the Gucci Wooster Bookstore and Dashwood Bookstore in New York City in Soho, and select editions of Mission Magazine's upcoming spring issue. In addition, a digital version will be available on Gucci Equilibrium, which is Gucci's brand platform dedicated to social and environmental impact. Let's move on over and take a look at what is going on over at Uniqlo. So Uniqlo has actually tapped Doraemon as their global sustainability ambassador. So the character will help promote the brand's extensive and ongoing social and environmental programs. In their latest effort to ramp up their sustainability activities, Uniqlo has named a new green version of the popular anime character Doraemon to become its global sustainability ambassador. The company also unveiled a new green version of its red square logo with the tagline, "The Power of Clothing." Now, Koji Yanai, which is the group's senior executive officer in charge of sustainability for Uniqlo's parent company, Fast Retailing, made the announcement at a press conference in the Japanese capital this past Monday. He noted that 2021 marks the 20th year of the brand's sustainability efforts and says that its long-term goal is to become the world's most sustainable retailer. One of the company's more concrete aims is to achieve net zero greenhouse gas emissions by 2050, becoming fully carbon neutral across its entire supply chain, as well as all of its offices and its stores. Now, reducing carbon emissions is not a goal that can be achieved through one single action. They must, of course, tackle the issue through all business activities across the entire company. Yanai also said that the green Doraemon will be used to promote sustainability initiatives with Uniqlo. When asked if Uniqlo would be making clothing with the character's image, he said that there's no such plans for this at the moment. And while he said that is something that the company would like to do, it would have to be done in a sustainable way. He also said that there's no set term for this partnership, but that Uniqlo wants to work with Doraemon for a long time. And while Uniqlo's iconic red logo will continue to grace its storefronts and product ads, the green version will be used for events or projects related specifically to environmental or social improvements for the brand. The Uniqlo ambassadorship is the second high-profile fashion foray for Doraemon since the start of the year. Gucci had previously released an extensive capsule collection of clothing and accessories featuring the character, which had timed to coincide with the Lunar New Year holiday. All right, let's take a look at what's going on over at Bottega Veneta. So, Bottega Veneta has launched their digital magazine following its disappearance from social media. So, back in January, Italian fashion house Bottega Veneta vanished from all of their social media platforms. And some months later, we finally have the answer as to why they made this courageous move. The brand has launched a digital magazine that explores new ways of engaging with its collaborators and its audience. The magazine is titled Issued. The quarterly journal features not just editorial shoots, but also videos to add to the storytelling element of their products. Now, social media's presence has been homogenized in culture, according to Daniel Lee, who's the creative director of Bottega Veneta, and according to him, everyone sees the same stream of content, and a huge amount of thought goes into what we do, and social media oversimplifies this. There is a mood of playground bullying on social media, which we really don't care for. We wanted to do something joyful instead. We're not just a brand, we are a team of people who work together, and we don't want to collude in an atmosphere that feels particularly negative. So, titled Summer Madness, the first issue of Issued is headlined by a new music video for Missy Elliott's 1999 classic Hot Boys, where the artist is seen in head-to-toe Bottega Veneta, captured by American photographer, illustrator, creative director, and producer Derek Blanks. Now, this type of content has been created in hopes that the audience will sit down like you would for a film, for example. The editorial project also includes fashion designer Barbara Hulanicki in a series of black and white GIFs created by photographer Danielle New. The reinterpretation of the brand's footwear by Elaine Constantine and British parkour group Storer taking over rooftops, among others. Francois Henry Penault, CEO of Bottega Veneta's Caring Group, said that this is all a part of the brand's new marketing strategy and marketing plan. Regardless, and regarding its digital communication strategy, it is not disappearing from social networks. It's merely using them in a very different way. Bottega has decided, in line with its position, to lean much more on its ambassadors and fans by giving them the material they need to talk about the brand through various social networks and interactions, by letting them speak for the brand rather than the brand doing it itself. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of this digital magazine.
It's good to be safe, but it's really important to be bold.
It's a fantastic presentation of their virtual digital magazine by Bottega Veneta. So that does it for our news stories. We're going to go ahead and take a look at some of our Windowsware member projects. As always, if you are a member of Windowsware, please make sure that your profile is filled out and that you are uploading your projects so that you can be featured on Windowsware Live. First, let's take a look at Andrea Milanese, who has built special windows developed by artist Judith Clark to celebrate the new exhibition at the Salvatore Ferragamo Museum. Silk, which is designed to celebrate the printed accessories for which the Ferragamo had in mind for a long time when they created these things. The exhibition tells the perfect union of creative intuitions and high industrial craftsmanship that is behind the production of any silk printing. So let's go ahead and see that up close. Congrats to Andrea. Let's move on over to see what Giovanni Saccariello is doing. The Coach Forever campaign, which is global, their physical pop-up, right? Introducing the Coach's Spring 2021 collection. Coach has unveiled, of course, Coach Forever, which is a series of immersive physical digital pop-ups inspired by the optimism of beautiful things crafted to last. The experience invites customers to wander through an interactive natural world, both real and digital, inspired by Coach's presentation of its Spring 2021 collection in collaboration with Eugen Teller, and featuring all kinds of natural elements. The pop-up is brought to life with a sensory-evoking digital implementation that leans into the palette and purpose of the Coach Forever 2021 presentation, and it's an experience that plays to multiple tensions: the natural world and the city, heritage and the future of fashion, and tactile leatherwork and interactive technology, all through the lens of optimism and craft. And it's an experience celebrating the house's past, present, and commitment to the future. So let's take a look at that. Congratulations to Giovanni and Coach. And finally, over at Practical Minds LTD, Practical Minds has worked on Planet Beauty, H Beauty, Planet Beauty Lakeside, over at Harrods for Harrods Beauty. Lovely work as always. Please make sure, if you are a Windowsware member, that your profile is filled out and that you are uploading your projects so that you can be featured on Windowsware Live. And last but not least, if you are a student, our student mentorship program is underway. You can win a 2021 internship at Coach, Kate Spade, or Michael Kors. For Coach and Kate Spade, the concept is the project or the store of the future. Windowsware Mentorship Program, in partnership with Coach and Kate Spade, are providing eligible students with an opportunity to create and submit a 360-degree creative project considering the evolution of a store experience and imagining what the store of the future would look like. We're also working with Michael Kors this year. Michael Kors is celebrating their 40th year anniversary and reimagining their store in a healthy world. So Michael Kors invites students to reimagine the Michael Kors store for its 40th anniversary. The objective is to take Michael's vision and combine it with the company's goal to drive positive environment and social changes, keeping in mind the impact of the operations that operations can have on the environment and the well-being of others. So if you are a student, please go to windowsware.com/mentorship for all of the eligibility requirements, the time, the prizes, the submission requirements. All of that information is available on our page. As always, thank you for joining. We will see you next week.